You know, this moment. It's the instant you know you should start that difficult task, the report, the workout, the difficult phone call, and your brain says, no. It's not that you're lazy. It's the moment the mental barrier to simply starting feels bigger than the task itself. You are paralyzed by something we call task initiation inertia. You try to use willpower, but willpower fails. You try motivation, but motivation never shows up. You waste your most focused hours on productive procrastination. Checking email, organizing files, doing anything but the one thing that matters. This cycle is draining your energy and stealing your momentum. But there is a scientific solution, a neurological hack so simple it feels like cheating. The 5-second action rule. This method bypasses your brain's veto power and forces you into motion. Stick with me. In the next few minutes, you'll learn the hidden science behind this rule and the 3 steps to make it work instantly. Why is it so hard to start? It comes down to a principle from physics, which we call activation energy. Your brain is a masterful energy conserver. When it looks at a big task, it estimates the monumental effort required to transition from rest to action, the activation energy. The brain says, too high. Abort. Check social media instead. It defaults to the path of least resistance. This mechanism is why waiting for motivation is a trap. Motivation is an effective motion, not the cause. You don't wait to feel like doing the work, you do a small amount of work to create the feeling. The 5-second rule works because it collapses the activation energy requirement to near zero. You are giving your brain exactly 5 seconds to act before it can activate its internal veto power, the panic signal that makes you overthink, doubt, and eventually quit. The goal isn't to finish the task in 5 seconds. The goal is to generate motion so quickly that inertia flips from a paralyzing force into a powerful momentum. The 5-second rule is a physical process that interrupts your neurological veto power. It must be executed precisely. Step 1. The countdown. When you decide to act, whether it's getting out of bed, opening a difficult email, or standing up to go to the gym, you must immediately start the countdown. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Do not allow any self-doubt or justification to enter your mind. The downward countdown is crucial. It's an executive function task that forces your prefrontal cortex, your rational, thinking brain, to take over from your emotional limbic system. It forces a cognitive shift, away from panic, and toward action. Step 2. The physical move. Go. The moment you hit 1, you must immediately pair it with a physical movement. You cannot hesitate. If you need to write a report, you physically move your finger to click the file. If you need to go for a run, you physically swing your legs out of bed. The move must be tied to the goal. The key is that the movement is imperfection over perfection. The goal isn't a 3-hour deep work session, the goal is simply the first 5 seconds of action. Once you are moving, the inertia takes over, and continuing becomes easier than stopping. Step 3. The 10-minute commitment. Use the 5-second rule to commit to the 10-minute commitment. After the initial move, tell yourself, I only have to work on this for 10 minutes. This is the psychological safety net. If you genuinely hate the task after 10 minutes, you can stop, guilt-free. But 9 times out of 10, you will continue. Why? Because you've overcome the activation energy, and your brain is now experiencing the positive momentum of progress. You've hacked the start button. The 5-second action rule isn't just about productivity, it's about reclaiming control from your impulses. It teaches your brain that you are the decision maker, not your mood. When you practice this method consistently, you start building the discipline we talked about, the bridge between your dreams and your reality. Ready to kill procrastination? Here's your single action step for today. Find the task. Identify the one task you've been avoiding all week. Use the rule. When you decide to start, immediately count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And launch your body into physical motion. This method transforms your life from one of wishing and waiting to one of action and achievement. If this mindset to method hack provided the spark you needed, hit the like button now. It helps this essential lesson reach others stuck in inertia. And to keep turning psychological principles into immediate, powerful action, subscribe to Mindset to Method. What will you count down for today? Let me know in the comments below.